Following program is a paid advertisement for the Or Treasure system brought to you by Reliant Interactive Media Corp.
Right now, you could be richer than you think. Cleaning house, having a garage or yard sale? Watch out, you could be throwing away a fortune. Look, these sneakers were sold at a garage sale for $1 and then resold for $75. This simple vase was sold at a yard sale for $100 and then resold for $51,700. Don't make the same mistake. Hundreds of things you find every day in your home, at yard sales or at flea markets could be worth a fortune. The Or Treasure system can make you money without you ever leaving your home. And today, we'll show you how. Author and expert Dr. Tony Hyman gives you his 47 years of collecting experience in one easy money-making system. He's the weekly contributing collectibles expert on the CBS Morning News, and he's put over $100 million in people's pockets. Now you can learn his secrets of finding extra cash with the Or Treasure system. See it all today on Reliant Interactive Media's Special Edition. Here's your host, Mel Arthur.
Hi, welcome to the Reliant Shopping Network Special Edition called Trash or Treasure. In just a moment, you're going to meet Dr. Tony Hyman, the foremost collector/information manager in the United States, to tell you how you can turn your trash into treasure and other people's trash into treasure, as he has done for tens of thousands of people all throughout America. Over 500,000 copies sold. And remember, the Chicago Tribune said about Dr. Tony Hyman, he has put over $100 million in people's pockets by turning trash into treasure. Here he is right now. Tony, welcome.
Hi, Mel. Nice to be here.
Great to see you. And I've got to read a newspaper article to you that I picked up the other day, which absolutely amazed me. It says, pickle bottle sells for $3 in a garage sale. They turn around and sell it, folks, for $44,100. Tony, people are making mistakes like this all over the country. How often does this happen, Tony?
Well, probably 2 or 3 times a year. One of the classic ones of a couple of years ago, somebody threw this set of pictures in a trash can in Philadelphia. They were cleaning up their house.
Sure.
The new owner of his house
Right.
sold the same set of pictures for $93,000,
Wow.
which was 3 times as much as he paid for the house. Now, of course, they don't make those kinds of mistakes every day, but
Right.
people have items that are worth $50, $100, $500, $1,000,
Sure.
even $5,000 and $10,000 that they put up at yard sales for pennies. And does it happen? Every single weekend. There are people who make their livings shopping at your yard sales. Now, what I did is I said, if you were cleaning out your barn, your basement, your
Sure.
garage, I put together a little drawer that's sort of a pretend drawer.
We've all got one of these drawers.
You've all got one of these drawers. Here's some of the kinds of things you find in drawers. Let's take a quick
What do we
look
got?
at the kind of mistakes you could be making. How about beer coasters? Are they worth a lot? Anything beer is collectible if it's more than a few years old. Brochures. Now, what do you do if you find a brochure from Carlsbad Caverns? Now, I'm sitting here pulling these things out, saying they have value. Value to whom? Who cares about a brochure?
How do you find out?
Well, you just happen to be holding in your hands the key to putting that money in your pocket. Let's take a look and show. All right, we've got a brochure for Carlsbad Caverns.
Right.
Okay, you want to hold that and show people?
All right. Okay, Carlsbad
So what do? Carlsbad Cavern is a cave. Let's look up caves. And by golly, in here you find caves. Here we go, 432. And you turn, this is a 640-page book, covers 2,200 categories. Caves is one of them. And you turn right there, and here's a guy who wants all the literature about, I mean, it's amazing. Even things like old calendars. Now, this old calendar.
That can't be worth much.
Yeah, right. How about if you look up Coca-Cola or you look up the calendar girl, they'll give you $3,500. $3,500 for this. Now, how many of you would pay $3,500 for this?
Well, I'll tell you what's worse about that. It's not a matter of paying for it, but how many of us would have thrown that out, looking at it, just going, oh, it's another piece of junk?
I think most people would have. For example, let's say that you found these 2 items in your drawer. One of these is a 25-cent. Have you ever seen a 25-cent bill?
No.
Most people haven't. And an old comic book. Now, which one of these is worth the most money?
I would have kept this one.
Sure, I think most people would, because it's so unusual and it's obviously old, Civil War era. Well, the truth is this particular bill is worth about 25 cents.
Oh, okay.
And this comic book, call up Gary Colabono, and Gary will give you $80,000 for this comic book.
Wow.
Now, I think you kept the wrong thing, Mel.
What I found interesting, Tony, was I looked at this book a little bit earlier because you said there were 2,200 categories, and it was amazing because we all talk about things like paintings, we talk about artwork, we talk about coins that are collectible, we talk about baseball cards. So those are the things that everybody thinks about.
Everybody knows, right.
Collectible. We found things in here like categories like caves, butter forms, manual can openers. I mean, I was looking at the enema bags. I mean, I saw things in here I thought nobody would ever collect and pay money for. But you took 25 years worth of experience in information management, almost 50 years in collecting, and compiled this book. Folks, you would never in a million years be able to put this book together. No. But you've done it for everybody, so it's easy that people that have all these things that are surrounded around us in their homes, boxes and bags full and garages full, they won't make a mistake now if they read your book.
And there can be some terrible mistakes out there. I went to a yard sale in Pasadena, California, not too long ago, and here was a turn-of-the-century New Guinea war shield worth $1,800, and the guy's asking $40 for it.
Wow.
Now, all he would have had to do is to look up third world art or any of those categories. He could have found a top-flight American buyer in that category, and with one phone call, gotten the $1,800 instead of selling it to me for $40. It's hanging in my hall right now.
I went to a yard sale, and I found this cherub, and I paid $50 for it. I did some research in Dr. Hyman's book, found a buyer, and I sold it for $5,000.
And I would be willing to bet that everybody's got a grandma, a granddad, an aunt, an uncle, a mom or dad that's got something or a number of things that are in their home. Political buttons, old calculators, old toys, baseball cards, Hot Wheels. I mean, all these things that are in this book that they could turn that trash into treasure.
And you know, one of the toughest situations is to handle an estate. A parent or a loved one passes away, and you're trying to deal with the estate. You've got two problems. First off, you're emotionally involved. And folks, never make a decision about selling when you're in a time of grief. The other problem with estate sales is that you're dealing with things that you don't know anything about.
Right.
You don't know what they paid for them. You don't know how old they are. There are things that are a mystery, and of course, you have no attachment to the thing. So the tendency is to say, let's get rid of grandma's junk. And that's when some really serious mistakes. We had somebody tell me about buying tens of thousands of dollars in jewelry for $10. Right. These kinds of mistakes happen all the time. Let me show you something I just read. Okay. I'm going to surprise you. This is in the current issue of Art and Auction, one of the prestige magazines. Right. Look at what they have a picture of.
The Cat in the Hat.
Now, everybody who's watching has had the Cat in the Hat at one time. It is now $3,500 for the Cat in the Hat.
And I threw that away.
Of course, we all did because our kids beat it up. But that's an amazing kind of price for the kind of thing that you just wouldn't suspect.
That's right. And one thing I want to point out also here, Tony, is that anybody can do this. Man, woman, young, old, whatever race, whatever creed, whatever age, whether you're widowed, single, divorced, you can do it as a hobby. You can do it as a way to make a living, because you're telling me that people are literally making a living with your book.
From 8 to 80, you can use Trash or Treasure.
And a fellow came out with 2 wristwatches in his hand, and he said, I want $15 for these wristwatches. So I took them, and I sold it for $5,000, and I found it at a block sale. And I looked into Tony Hyman's Trash and Treasure, and I found a reference, and we communicated. We found out what it's worth, and we struck a deal, and I made $5,000.
By using Dr. Hyman's book, I've made several $1,000s over the past few years. I plan to retire in the next 5 years off of using Trash or Treasures.
The first step, by the way, is getting this book, Trash or Treasure. It is a complete list of 2,200 categories, 1,200 experts that has been developed by Dr. Tony Hyman over the last 20 to 25 years through all his collecting experience, through all his information management experience, for you and everybody else out there, guaranteed or your money back. One single sale, one item that you find could easily pay for this book. It could easily keep you from making a $1,000, a $5,000, a $10,000 mistake. And in most cases, if you make a mistake, you'll never know. Now you've got a chance to protect yourself, protect your family, have fun, create a hobby, or even make a living. It's simple to do. Remember what the Chicago Tribune said? This is the man that's put over $100 million in people's pockets by turning trash into treasure. You know how you can do that for yourself? Pick up the phone and dial right now.
Right now, you could be richer than you think. Cleaning house, having a garage or yard sale? Watch out, you could be throwing away a fortune. Author and expert Dr. Tony Hyman gives you his 47 years of collecting experience in one easy money-making system, the Trash or Treasure System. Look at these items, bought for pennies and resold for bundles. Don't make the same mistake. Hundreds of things you find every day in your home, at yard sales or at flea markets could be worth a fortune if you know what to look for. You could spend hundreds, even thousands on all the guides and newsletters. But with the Trash or Treasure System, you'll learn what to look for, what things are worth, and where to get the most money without ever leaving your home. You cut out the middleman because it puts you directly in touch with over 1,200 expert collectors who'll pay you top dollar for your items. Making money with the Trash or Treasure System is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Get the category of your item, find the expert, and collect your cash. Trash or Treasure gives you one of the most complete lists of collectibles ever created. 2,200 categories, from furniture to paperweights, fishing tackle, pop art and toys, pottery, cast iron cookware, all types of jewelry, and much more. Plus, this system gives you the names and phone numbers of over 1,200 experts and collectors who are ready and willing to put money in your pocket. Bob Dodge found Rick Edmiston with Trash or Treasure and sold $40 worth of old fishing gear for $500. Trash or Treasure expert Ted Haight bought this long-forgotten collection of memorabilia from Josephine for $500. George sold this $1 garage sale toy for $150. And how much did Bob Berman pay a Trash or Treasure reader for this lamp? Try $5,000. Whether you want to sell one item or 100, the Trash or Treasure System is perfect for anyone who wants an easy way to make money or to just find out what your item is worth. With our experts on call, it's like getting a free appraisal right over the phone. Order your Trash or Treasure System right now for 2 easy payments of only $19.95. You get the Trash or Treasure Mega Directory. This 640-page book has one of the most comprehensive listings of the 2,200 categories of collectibles. Plus, you get the names, addresses, phone numbers, fax numbers, and even email addresses of over 1,200 experts and collectors who are ready to talk to you on the phone, assess your items, and pay you top dollar. Just think, one phone call could pay for the entire system. This book alone sells for $29.95, and nearly 500,000 have been sold. But for this special TV offer, you'll also get this collectibles price guide created by the experts with 60 of the top categories of collectibles and what they're worth. This book is a $14.95 value, yours free just for ordering today. And to help get your cash even easier, you get this pack of Trash or Treasure telegrams. Just fill one out and either fax or mail it to an expert. Your response just may be a big fat check. You get this incredible system valued at more than $50, all for just 2 payments of only $19.95. But we'll give you even more money-making information. If you order Trash or Treasure in the next 60 minutes, you'll also get the Money by Mail audio system. Listen and learn the secrets of making money from other people's mistakes and do it right from your own home. It could be a whole new business for you. And we'll also include this handy patent guide to help you make even more cash. This entire system is valued at over $60, but can be yours for just 2 easy payments of only $19.95. No other system gives you so much information. So now, make money right from your own home, the easy way, with the Trash or Treasure System. To order your Trash or Treasure System for 2 easy payments of only $19.95, call the toll-free number now or send check or money order to the address on the screen. You get the Trash or Treasure Directory, the collectibles price guide, and pack of telegrams for just 2 easy payments of only $19.95. And if you order within the next 60 minutes, you'll also receive the Money by Mail audio system and the patent guide at no additional charge. This incredible money-making offer is valued at over $60, but can be yours by ordering right now.
The book gives me everything I need as far as selling what I want to sell. It has just taught me good guidelines on buying, how to buy, who to buy from, where to go, and how much to spend.
Now, folks, time is running out to order your own edition of Trash or Treasure, and you'll definitely want to read this book. I have to tell you, I was really excited because I was fortunate enough to be invited to your home, Dr. Hyman, before we did the show, and I saw your massive collection of cigar boxes, but you regaled me with stories about all these little items that you have picked up or mistakes that people have made, and I'd love for you to tell the folks out there some of these stories.
Well, let's start with one of the great undiscovered treasures, and that's baseball gloves. If you were a high school jock in the 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, guys, your glove, which is right now moldering up in the attic, could be worth $2,500. Here's what you do. You look to see if it's made in the USA and if it's got a player endorsement, and if you score on both those accounts, get it checked out. We've got a wonderful buyer of baseball gloves in Trash or Treasure.
What is this coffee can right here?
Well, you know, this is to remind me that one of my readers found a coffee can full of marbles when she was remodeling her kitchen. What did she do? She turned to Trash or Treasure. She looked up marbles, contacted Stan and Bob Block in Trumbull, Connecticut, and said, hey, guys, I have this can of marbles. You know what they ended up with? $15,000 for a can of marbles. And we're talking 20th century machine-made marbles. Can you tell me which one of these marbles is worth $150?
Haven't got a clue.
Me neither.
Okay.
Well, that's why we need the experts in Trash or Treasure.
That's it. What else do we have? We've got some little Matchbox toys here.
Well, they're actually not Matchboxes. These are Hot Wheels
Hot Wheels.
cars.
Okay.
And let's take a look at these. One of these is only $1 item. The other is $45. And yet you see these things at flea markets and at yard sales all the time for a quarter. Now, this Volkswagen here, see how the surfboards are coming out the side?
Right.
If they came out the rear, you'd be talking about a Volkswagen Hot Wheels that's worth twice as much as the real car. It's worth about $3,000 to $5,000.
That is amazing. But you told me even some more interesting stories about a woman that sold a vase in a yard sale for about $100.
Yeah, she was in Massachusetts, and she had this vase, and one of her friends says, oh, dear, this is Rookwood, and Rookwood is good, so you better charge a lot of money. She did. She put it up at a yard sale with a $100 price tag. That's a lot of money.
Sounds like a fair price at a yard sale.
Sure, that's a lot of money at a yard sale. The person who bought it literally went to one of my pottery buyers, men in Cincinnati, Ohio, and had him resell it for, what do you think she got? How about $51,200? That's the difference between making up your own mind and selling it at a yard sale and contacting one of the experts and doing it right. One of the things that everybody has around their house is cast iron.
Right.
We're talking about cookwares. What we cook our scrambled eggs in every morning. Well, this may be a little bit too small to cook your scrambled eggs in. This is the smallest frying pan made by Griswold.
Right.
Okay. Little 4-incher. Most people use it for melting butter.
Sure.
Okay. What would you do if you got tired of it? Out it goes.
Probably throw it away.
Absolutely. And yet this particular little small frying pan is worth $1,000.
Wow.
Now, how many people are there in America that would give you $1,000 for a little small frying pan?
I wouldn't know where to begin to find them.
Oh, yes, you would.
Except right here.
Right there. And you just look up cast iron or you go to the section on kitchens, either way, and you're going to find yourself the top dealer in America, the author of the book on Griswold pans. He's right there.
Right in there. Just one of 2,200 different categories, 1,200 experts, all in this book, and it's easy to find. In fact, you've developed a system called the FAST system. Why don't you explain to everybody what the FAST
when
system is?
When you find something, ask an expert, send them accurate information, and take the money, F-A-S-T.
That's the FAST system.
That's the FAST system, and that way you're going to know that you're getting accurate information and you're getting a fair price.
See, these are the kind of things, folks, these are the kind of mistakes that you can make if you don't own Trash or Treasure.
Well, I have a radio show every Saturday and Sunday, heard on 100 stations around the United States, and I got a caller who one time said, my local antique dealer offered me $50 for this crock. And I said, well, they wanted to know if it was a fair price. Sure. And my answer was, yes, there are a lot of crocks that sell for $50. But before you sell it, I want you to contact Dick Hume in Trash or Treasure because he's an expert in crocks and see what he tells you. She did, and I found out that Dick paid her $4,500 for the same crock. And the story doesn't end there, though, because Dick said, do you have any others? And she says, oh, yes, but they're all out in the barn covered with chicken poop. And he said, well, don't worry about it. Describe them to me. And he paid her the record price that year for a single crock, $28,000. Folks, you really want to be careful about blue decorated crocks.
And, of course, this is pretty amazing because if you go to an antique dealers really are overall general specialists. They're not specialists. They're not experts in particular areas. And they don't really know until they consult experts, right?
That's right. I don't know whether that dealer was trying to cheat her or whether they just plain old didn't know, and that's probably more likely. Just had no idea what crocks really were worth. That's one of the reasons why specialists are absolutely vital.
There are over 1,200 experts in this book covering 2,200 categories that you probably have in your home right now and don't realize how valuable they are.
Folks, most of the record prices that are set in private sales every bit as often as they are in auctions. What you want to do, and the nice part about private sales is the magic word private. Right. The government isn't in your business. Your relatives aren't in your business. Nobody knows. You're dealing with private individuals in a private transaction.
I have to say, everybody out there, if you're hearing these stories, you're sitting there and going, I wonder if that's me. Let me tell you, there are thousands of stories that nobody knows what they threw away, that nobody knows who was the person that turned it over for $5,000 or $10,000 or $15,000. The only way you can be assured guaranteed or your money back, is to dial in on the 800 number, pick up the telephone right now, get your own version of Trash or Treasure. One sale, one item probably will pay for the book just like that. You'll have your own system in your home. It's that easy. You can't lose. You can use it. Your family can use it. You could use it for spring cleaning, for estate sales, anyway. But you have to dial right now before the opportunity, before it's too late. Dial in right now and get your own edition of Trash or Treasure.
Right now, you could be richer than you think. Cleaning house, having a garage or yard sale? Watch out, you could be throwing away a fortune. Look at these items, bought for pennies and resold for bundles. Don't make the same mistake. Hundreds of things you find every day in your home, at yard sales or at flea markets could be worth a fortune if you know what to look for. You could spend hundreds, even thousands on all the guides and newsletters. But with the Trash or Treasure system, you'll learn what to look for, what things are worth, and where to get the most money without ever leaving your home. You cut out the middleman because it puts you directly in touch with over 1,200 expert collectors who'll pay you top dollar for your items. Making money with the Trash or Treasure system is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Get the category of your item, find the expert, and collect your cash. Order your Trash or Treasure system for 2 easy payments of only $19.95. You get the Trash or Treasure Mega Directory. This 640-page book has one of the most comprehensive listings of the 2,200 categories of collectibles. Plus, you get the names, addresses, phone numbers, fax numbers, and even email addresses of over 1,200 experts and collectors who are ready to talk to you on the phone, assess your items, and pay you top dollar without you ever having to leave your home. Just think, one phone call could pay for the entire system. This book alone sells for $29.95, and nearly 500,000 have been sold. But for this special TV offer, you'll also get this collectibles price guide created by the expert with 60 of the top categories of collectibles and what they're worth. This book is a $14.95 value, yours free just for ordering today. And to help get your cash even easier, you get this pack of Trash or Treasure celograms. Just fill one out and either fax or mail it to an expert. Your response just may be a big fat check. You get this incredible system valued at more than $50, all for just 2 payments of only $19.95. But we'll give you even more money-making information. If you order Trash or Treasure in the next 60 minutes, you'll also get the Money by Mail audio system. Listen and learn the secrets of making money from other people's mistakes and do it right from your own home. It could be a whole new business for you. And we'll also include this handy patent guide to help you make even more cash. This entire system is valued at over $60, but can be yours for just 2 easy payments of only $19.95. No other system gives you so much information. So now, make money right from your own home, the easy way, with the Trash or Treasure system. To order your Trash or Treasure system for 2 easy payments of only $19.95, call the toll-free number now or send check or money order to the address on the screen. You get the Trash or Treasure Directory, the collectibles price guide, and pack of celograms for just 2 easy payments of only $19.95. And if you order within the next 60 minutes, you'll also receive the Money by Mail audio system and the patent guide at no additional charge. This incredible money-making offer is valued at over $60, but can be yours by ordering right now. Call now.
I'm going to ask Dr. Tony Hyman to take us on a 2-minute tour right now of just some of the things that you shouldn't sell in a yard sale or throw away until you've consulted Trash or Treasure. Tony, take it away.
Well, let's start with tools of all sort, whether you're talking about farm tools or carpenter tools. You've got to be careful with them all. How about paintings? Don't ever throw away anything in the way of fine art without checking it out. Santa Claus, children's books, leather-bound books. How about baseball? Even your gloves that you played with in high school, 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, can be worth up to $2,500. How about this? Children's models from the 60s. These Monster series are $2,000. Cap guns. There's a club, and we've got the guy who heads it right there in Trash or Treasure. Real weapons, you wondered what to do with it? You can sell them legally to one of our buyers in Trash or Treasure. Transformers, teddy bears, Barbie, of course. G.I. Joe, that's a $400 G.I. Joe. Pez dispensers. What's the record price for a Pez dispenser? Did you know that it was $2,500? Think about that the next time you put them up at your yard sale for a quarter. Dolls of all kinds, even these little Star Wars figures right here. 2 little tiny dolls. What are they worth? Well, one of these is $3. The other one's worth $150. Do you know which one is which? You better not sell those at a yard sale without checking them out. Musical instruments. This came from a yard sale, $40, worth about $800. phones, odd phones, Disney phones, collectible phones, all kinds of phones, cigarette lighters, $3,000 Zippo lighter. That's nuts. That one's 400, badges of all sort, even cloth badges for military uniforms. That's a $250 badge. Now let's talk about packaging. One of these cereal boxes is $2,000. Cameras of all sorts, Jim Beam bottles. Would you believe this is a radio? No, it's not Miracle Whip. Can't eat this one, but it's worth about $40. These kinds of odd novelty radios have value. Or how about a Pendleton Indian blanket? These things are bringing from $200 to $900.
It's mind-boggling, Tony, when you show all of these different items, and yet people are going to sit here and say, well, how can I get all this information? Now, what you had said to me was there are over 1,200 people that are in here that are willing to buy
That's right.
this type of merchandise. And you said it would take over 1,000 books to contain all the information about buying and selling all these different items.
They would be happy to give you for free. All you have to do is write them, phone them, fax them, or email them. You know, that's the key, is you want to deal not only with experts, but you want to deal with honest, reliable people. People ask me all the time, how can I trust these people? Well, that's my job, is to sort out the people that you can trust. And that's what I've been doing for 20 years. This is our 8th edition. One of the hottest programs on television right now is the Antiques Roadshow.
Absolutely.
People stand in line for hours, and they are only allowed to bring 2 things. 6 hours later, they get a 20-second appraisal,
Right.
and then they're gone. If you've got this, many of those same people are right here in Treasure. Ted Hake is in there, Janine Bell is in there, David Rago's in there. These are the people who are there on the Antiques Roadshow. You have them right here, and you get to talk to them personally on the telephone or by mail or email or fax. It is so easy, and you know you're dealing with the best.
Trash or Treasures is one of the best guidelines you can have as far as getting into this business. And I would advise anyone to pick up the book and read it.
Well, that's the main ingredient, because without that recipe using Dr. Hyman's book, Trash or Treasures, you could not make the connections with the appropriate people who have good reputations, and you get your top dollar for your merchandise you sell. And you can cut through all that research stuff and get to the quick, because they're honorable and they'll tell you what it's worth.
Now, remember, you are hearing from the man that is the expert. How big an expert? Every week, he appears on the CBS Morning News, not on a paid advertisement, but on the CBS Morning News as the collectible expert to everyone in America. He is the man that, according to the Chicago Tribune, has put over $100 million in people's pockets by turning trash into treasure. Can he do it for you? Absolutely. The first step is you've got to buy the book. We've all got stuff. We've got boxes. We've got drawers. We've got attics full. We've got garage fulls of things that we have no idea what it's worth, and it would take you probably 100 years to try and find the information all by yourself. But there are thousands of experts out there that can help you with those purchases. The 1,200 experts are named in this book right here. They have all been found by Dr. Tony Hyman through 25 years of research, and it's available to you if you dial in right now.
To order your Trash or Treasure system for 2 easy payments of only $19.95, call the toll-free number now or send check or money order to the address on the screen. You get the Trash or Treasure directory, the collectibles price guide, and pack of celograms for just 2 easy payments of only $19.95. And if you order within the next 60 minutes, you'll also receive the Money by Mail audio system and the patent guide at no additional charge. This incredible money-making offer is valued at over $60, but can be yours by ordering right now.
The preceding program was a paid advertisement for the Trash or Treasure system, produced by Star Direct for Reliant Interactive Media Corp.
If you need information on money, health and nutrition, educating your children and more, then you need the free Consumer Information Catalog. Do whatever it takes, but make sure you get this address. New Catalog, Pueblo, Colorado, 81009. That address again, New Catalog, Pueblo, Colorado, 81009.
Yes.